Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another nail video, which I'm so excited for. I've never done a ton of dedicated nail videos on my channel, but you guys seem to enjoy the last one, and I figured I'm doing my nails every 2 weeks anyways, so this was such a fun set to do. Similar to my last video, I want this to be super beginner friendly because I've said it before and I'll say it again, but I feel like anyone can do their nails from home. You can just watch a few YouTube videos, order some supplies. I feel like it's pretty easy to learn. Like, this was my first time ever using the 3D sculpting gel, and I feel like it looks kind of professional. It doesn't really look super beginner, so I'm really happy with that. The at-home nails list on my Amazon storefront will have everything that I used in this video from start to finish. So all of the tools, all of the polishes, all of the lights, even my nail desk is on there. So if you're a beginner, don't really have any supplies yet, or don't know where to start, I would definitely recommend checking that out. But I don't want to ramble all day, so let's just hop right into how I did these. Okay, first I start with cuticle remover. So I just put this on every single fingernail around the edge. I let it sit for like 10 to 15 seconds before I use this cuticle pusher to just push them back. I feel like it's kind of important to be gentle while doing this. You don't want to push past the cuticle, but yeah, this is one of the most satisfying parts of doing my nails to me. And then I trim the excess cuticle. So this part also you want to be careful with. You'll see that I kind of hurt my pinky when I was doing this. I just wasn't being careful. But yeah, you just kind of clean up the dead skin. Then I go in and file. You don't really have to do much shaping, but I like to kind of file the sharp edges, just kind of round them out, make them look nice and cute and short. Yeah, that's the pinky. And then I buff the surface of every single nail. If the surface of the nail is rougher, the glue adheres better. And when I'm done with that, I just size my extensions. These are my favorite extensions ever. The Après sculpted round medium. I think that's what they are, but yeah, just size every single one. You don't want them to be too big because they will pop off. And then I go in with this electric file and buff the inside of every single nail extension. It's kind of the same thing as when I was buffing the surface of my nail. If you roughen up the surface a little bit, the extensions will adhere better to your nail. And then I don't use a dehydrator. I just go in with acetone on a lint-free wipe and wipe down every single nail to get all the oil off of my nails. And for the gluing process, I apply it first to my natural nail and then to the inside of the extension. And after I've applied it kind of all over the extension, I create a bubble, just like that. That way, when you push the nail down, starting from like a 45-degree angle, that glue just pushes up, fills in all the space, and then you don't have bubbles underneath. I flash cure each extension for about 10 seconds, and then when I'm all done with all of the nails, I do a full 60 seconds for each hand under the big light. Once all of the nail extensions are on, I go back in with the electric file or electric gel, I don't even know what to call this, and I just buff the surface of every single nail until there's no more shine. This is also where I really kind of focus on the cuticle area so that the extension blends with the natural nail and there's not a bump there when it grows out. I like to touch up the edges with the drill, but I really don't feel like these require much shaping. These are the perfect shape for me. I feel like I just like to file them because I like a really clean, sharp edge, but you don't necessarily need to do that much. And then I seal the cuticles, so just take some acetone on a brush and brush that around the edges.
that kind of like bonds the extension with the nail. I don't know how to explain it, but they just stay on so well when you do this. This is my biggest hack. And then I jumped right into the first coat of gel polish. I did this milky white color, which I will have in my Amazon storefront list for you. I don't know what that's called, but this color will be in there. So I did my pinky and my pointer finger both with this color. Then for the other 3 fingers, I went in with this kind of purpley color and ended up going over it with a more like wine-ish cherry brown purple, so keep that in mind. But I just did this on the ring finger, middle finger, and on my thumb. I cured these for 60 seconds and then went in for a second coat, which is where you can see I switched to a slightly darker color.
Merry-go-round, round with ya. In and out, then up and down, down, down. It's getting old, going around, round with ya. Think I need some side.
And then I don't always need to, but sometimes with a dark color like this, I will clean up the edges.
Down, down. It's getting old, going around, round with ya. Think I need some solid ground. Merry-go.
Then I cured these for another 60 seconds before doing a third coat. I feel like I rarely do a third coat, but because of the milky white color, I thought I'll just do 3 coats.
I never turn around. What can I do? Can play by your rules. I break when I bend over backwards for you. If there's a way to get you to
I cured these for another 60 seconds and moved on to my favorite and least favorite part of doing my nails is the airbrush machine. I went with like a lighter blue color to do a sort of aura effect. I did this on my ring finger and my thumb, and for some reason this time when I got the airbrush machine out, I think it was clogged possibly with some gel from the last time I used it. It was a little bit more like spray painty, splattery looking than usual, so I tried to figure that out and I think I did okay, but I'm definitely gonna need to like deep clean the machine. I let these cure for 60 seconds and went in with blooming gel. I've said this before, but blooming gel is gonna be your best friend for so many designs. So I went in with this on my pinky and then did a flower with this purple color and my dotting tool. It's just like 5 little dots in a circle, and then you let the color bleed out until you're happy with it. But make sure to cure it as soon as you're happy because the color will keep spreading, and then sometimes it looks a little bit sloppy.
in and out, then up and down, down, down. It's getting old, going around, round with ya. Think I need some solid ground. Merry-go.
And then for my pointer finger and middle finger, I went in with this solid building gel, which I have never used before. So I scooped just a little bit out and rolled it into a ball. So I made 10 little white balls and then also 10 little clear balls. And then these 2 tools, I don't even know what these are called, but I placed 5 of the white balls of gel in a circle. I guess you could do 4, but I feel like that would look like a 4-leaf clover, so I went with 5. And this tool made it super easy to just kind of, I don't know, press it outwards, and it just took a flower petal shape really easily. This was literally my first time doing this ever, and I felt like it actually came out really nice, so just make sure to put a little more pressure on the inside, and that way it just looks like little flower leaves. You can just kind of play around with this until you're happy with it, and then once you are, cure it for 60 seconds.
I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love.
And on the middle finger, I did the same exact thing, but with the clear builder gel. So again, 5 of these in a little circle. This time I kind of flattened them before I used the pointier side of this. I don't know what this is called, like a sculpting brush or something. But yeah, pretty much the same exact thing I did on the other finger. And I thought about stopping there, but I wasn't satisfied, so I went in and actually painted each flower, but I decided to try blooming gel for this, just so that the paint would kind of spread out evenly and the lines wouldn't be super harsh. But I just lightly brushed on this pink color all over, and it ended up looking pretty cool. On the white flower, I did the same thing, but with this purpley color. I honestly wish there was a little bit more of a method to this, but I kind of just went for it with one of my like detail design brushes. And because the blooming gel was there, I feel like the color just spread out super nice. Then I decided that wasn't enough and I needed some pink. So I took this pinkish red color and just put that on both of the flowers. Just a little, just like for a little bit of dimension. And then for the gold decals, I wasn't ready to stop with the paint. I needed to add some of these. So I have this little wax pencil and I just glued 3 of these little gold decals to the center of my middle finger flower and 1 on my pointer finger. And since I was kind of recreating a set from Pinterest, I knew I also wanted 2 gold decals on my ring finger. Then I applied my top coat. Now I have never applied a top coat on top of, like, I don't know, rhinestones, gems, or 3D nail art, so I just kind of had to go crazy and put it everywhere, and then clean up the edges if it, like, you know, went over the edge anywhere. And once applying the top coat, I cure each hand for 3 rounds of 60 seconds, so 3 minutes total. And then sometimes I kind of file the edges just to, I don't know, sharpen them up, but you don't necessarily need to. And the last step is the nail oil, because my cuticles are always dry and irritated when I'm done. I think all the buffing, all the sitting under the light, and the acetone really does not do them any justice, so I definitely would recommend finishing off your nail set with cuticle oil. And yeah, this is the final result. I was actually super happy with them. For this being my first time using 3D gel, I thought I did a really good job. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will just see you in my next video, and bye.